Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So like, oh chat. So remember, I didn't talk about it, right? I didn't talk about the whole Doki Bird situation drama thing because I thought it was stupid personally, right? I thought personally it was pretty dumb, but apparently the person who made the video on the Doki Bird thing was what was her name again? Hot Tamale or Hot Kate? Katie Hot or whatever her name is, or whatever her name is. But apparently, the YouTuber who attacked to attack Doki Bird is finished. Apparently, like now she's playing like the victim. Basically, it's just like, look, man, you can't play the victim if you're the one who started this misinformation shit. Okay, all right, maybe you should do your research. In my personal opinion, I swear this is not the first time that we talked about this person either too as well. This is like probably like what, the second or third time now at this point that I've talked about this person, and I thought this person was just like, bruh, come on dude, what is wrong with you, you know? Yeah, but anyways, apparently there's an update on it. I don't know what's going on with it. So apparently she's playing the victim now, which is so fucking dumb. But anyways, let's go find out and see what's going on. What's been happening.
Welcome back,
honestly,
guys. We've got an update on the situation with you.
Yeah, there you go. Cat Liente. Yeah, there you go. I know it was something like that. I kind of forgot already. What the fuck? This person's sponsored by Advanced GG? Eh?
We're Cat Liente, aka Cat in Chat, who has recently come under fire for terrible VTuber related coverage.
Of course.
And so now she issued this whole response to VTuber Alicia, who is calling her out. And
what? You're calling Alicia out? Excuse me? Eh?
Response is going terribly. She's getting roasted for this. She's getting roasted for what she did to Doki Bird the other day. Like it's just all crashing down for Cat right now. But really quick, I'll give a extremely rudimentary summary of what led up to this for anyone who may not have seen my prior two videos. Back in November, Cat made a video about VTuber Alicia getting hacked, but also using Alicia's cancer as clickbait. She got immense backlash for that.
Whoa, wait. Reacting to my update video is totally fine, but holy shit, the title. Ethics doesn't exist when there is ad rev to be made, I guess. Interesting.
Made a number of excuses, but ultimately did take the video down and give the presumed ad revenue to Alicia. Fast forward to a number of days ago, and Cat made a video on Doki Bird. The video being very one-sided, nearly 2 hours long, and basically tries the entire time to make Doki look terrible. Doki responded, and then Cat began to get even more backlash for her terrible video, with many calling her out for the awful coverage. Again, there is a lot more details to all this, so once again, please consider watching the prior videos for the full context.
Well, I already know about the whole Doki Bird thing, so I don't really need to, you know.
Continuing, one of the many issues with Cat's video about Doki...
The only reason why I didn't talk about it or made a video on it because I thought it was really stupid. I thought the whole situation with Doki Bird was completely dumb. But that's just my personal opinion, though. Oh, I forgot to turn on my subtitles. We'll do it next time.
Was a section where she references the cancer clickbait situation with Alicia that I mentioned a moment ago. Now, Cat brings this up specifically to try and paint herself out as having handled the situation well, and essentially tries to make the argument that Doki needs to handle things better, like how she herself handled the situation with Alicia. Cat doing this came off extremely weird, tone-deaf, and manipulative to what actually happened. And eventually, Alicia finds out about Cat bringing the situation up again months later, and trying to use it to make her look good, and Doki look bad.
Be the bigger person, you absolutely fucking... You clickbaited my cancer. The internet called you out. You changed the title to say that I'm in remission, which caused people to think I beat it. Then after you got double backlash, you reached out to me blaming your editors. You took zero accountability and gave me the ad rev to the video because you monetized my cancer. You're not a good person. Stop acting like it, even though the entire situation wasn't my fault, is stupid. You directly say, here, I wanted to respect that, but I wasn't being lazy. No, I was being lazy, sorry. I was being lazy and planned to delete the video. Since it takes time, you can literally delete a video from your mobile device. Stop lying. It's not like I'm not a YouTuber at Caitlyn T. It's outrageous you knew and still let it out and still let it go out. I'm like, yeah, you can like delete, you know, YouTube videos. It's not that crazy. It's not that hard, you know?
Bad. A very weird thing to do, like I said, and a bit difficult to even describe because it's so tone deaf and devoid of logic for why Kat actually thought this was a good idea. Nevertheless, Alicia understandably then went off on Kat yesterday, calling her out in a number of statements.
Whoa, is that her new model? Damn, sheesh. Oh, looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. Looks damn good. Damn, I have not seen Alicia in such a long time.
Takes us up to the present. Again, a really quick summary, but at least that gets you in the loop if you haven't seen the other 2 videos that I made on all this stuff. As now, Kat has issued this response on her Twitter account.
Okay,
this
buddy.
This is, again, extremely tone deaf by Kat.
This guy.
And I can't even grasp how she thinks this is a good way of handling things. In particular, because first of all, the statement's just not good, but 2, this statement is essentially the same thing that she's already been saying in her comment section trying to defend herself, which she is already getting criticism for, and people are pointing out issues with this. And so now her response directly to Alicia is to just repeat the same stuff that's already not working. It's such a weird thing to do. I don't even know how to like explain that. I don't know if I even want to read this whole thing already, because again, this is just the same stuff we already talked about yesterday. She's just recycling the same bad talking points again. But I suppose we'll read this really quick. So, and then we'll get to all the backlash and what people are saying about this and everything. You know, the more entertaining part. Here's more of Kat's excuse slop. Addressing the cancer clickbait incident with Alicia. There was a situation where Alicia was hacked and lost access to their YouTube channel, and I had made a video about it titled something like VTuber with cancer was hacked. The VTuber had publicly expressed on their Twitter they did not want people to talk about their hacking situation, and I wanted to respect that and was going to delete the video. At this point, the video was not live. It was sitting as private on my channel. I should have deleted the video immediately to avoid miscommunication with my editor, and that's my fault. However, while I was asleep, my editor posted the video without me knowing. He does not have permission to post videos to my channel. He never had posted a video prior to this, so I did not expect that he would do that. This is so weird. Yeah, it's never happened before. Just this one time when I'm getting a bunch of backlash. That one time wasn't my fault. Who's buying that? He does not have permission. Oh, we read that one. He then saw the backlash about the video and changed the title to something about remission. My editor's first language isn't English, so he didn't realize that the words cancer and remission aren't interchangeable and mean 2 different things. Well, even if that excuse was true, that still doesn't make sense. If you thought they were the same thing, what's the point of changing it then? He's human and makes mistakes like the rest of us. Please not hate him if you know who he is. Regardless, the blame lies with me, as I should have immediately deleted the video off my channel to avoid possible misinterpretation that the video was good to go live. This entire time, I was asleep, and I woke up confused as to what happened. I misremembered. I thought I realized something happened at 4 p.m. PT when I woke up, but I realized it actually went live, and my editor told me about my stream something happened. After my stream something happened, making it around 10 p.m. PT. The moment I realized something was wrong, I deleted the video, privately apologized to the VTuber, and compensated the VTuber for potential damages that could have occurred for around the last 12 hours the video was up. Okay, hold up. This stuff ain't adding up, guys. This is definitely not adding up. So here the claim is that the video was up for around 12 hours. And that Kat paid money to Alicia for potential damages.
Okay.
But that's not what she said previously, is it? As we can see right here in this screenshot of the comment that Kat and chat allegedly left on the Doki video. Oh. Look at the second paragraph here. I was asleep the entire time and woke up at 4 p.m. to a mess, and I was super confused as to what was happening. Even though the entire situation wasn't my fault, it's a reflection of the Kat and chat brand, and I immediately took the video down and paid the VTuber compensation for their troubles for the video being up for 6 hours. So here
12, 6. Something isn't really making sense here. Where did those 6 hours appear from, huh? Where did those 6 hours just magically appeared from? Something feels fishy here. Their story isn't adding up here, chat.
Here, the claim is that it was compensation for troubles, not damages, but also that the video was up for around 6 hours.
I thought it was 12.
Is not what she just said in her other statement. Going back to that new statement, continuing, she says, you can see the timestamps in the attached photos of the post about the video 11/2/24 at around 11 a.m. PT, and my message same day at around 11 p.m. PT. I didn't want to talk about this publicly because I deemed the situation resolved, and also didn't want to continue mentioning that VTuber as they have already expressed multiple times they didn't want people to talk about their health situation, but I felt it needed to be brought up as there's a narrative going around that I explained their health reviews when I was asleep the entire time it was happening. I cannot believe this person, dude. You didn't want to talk about this again publicly. You're the one who brought it up again publicly in your Doki video. Alicia wasn't saying anything about this again until you brought it up again in the Doki video from, what was it, 4 days ago now? 5 days ago now? That very recent video. This person's unbelievable. And so, Cat Liente, aka Cat in Chat, gets around 200 likes on that post that we just read.
Of course, the only reason why you would lock replies is because you don't want to take accountability and you do not want to hear what other people's opinions, what they have to say about the situation itself. You just want to just be in your own little echo chamber. You don't want to get your feelings hurt and blah, 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 blah. Look, if you're a content creator, right? You're making content. You must have a certain level of tolerance of people who criticize you and stuff like that. Because there are just going to be those kinds of individuals that will just constantly say shit. Even though they don't agree with you, you know? Some of them will agree, some will disagree, but you gotta have, like, I guess you can say, like, a thick layered skin when it comes to this content creation stuff, you know? You can't be a content creator if you don't have thick skin, you know? I'm just saying.
And locks the responses. She then goes on to share the full DM conversation that she had with Alicia. We read part of this yesterday, and Alicia also sharing part, if not all of it, in the video that she covered on her channel. Kat then going on to say, payment proof, I definitely wanted to make sure there wasn't any instance of me unfairly profiting from her cancer, and at that point the video made around 48 bucks. I sent her 3 times the amount to be overly certain. And then there's this. What's this? I didn't want to make this public because I thought the situation was privately resolved, and because I didn't want any backlash to fall on my editor for a human error. Again, it's ultimately my responsibility to double check each video that goes live, and I fell short here, for which I'm sorry. I make amends to the VTuber as soon as I realized something was wrong, but I felt I have to address the situation as it's been over 6 months and the VTuber had made a video about the situation. I think she's referring to the video that Alicia made yesterday talking about this again, which again only happened because Kat brought it up again first in her Doki video. She has every right to be upset about what happened, so please don't harass her, but I felt that since this was circulating again that I needed to address the situation at hand. Why is there no accountability for you being the one to bring it up again, though? Like, you're just trying to, like, put all the blame on Alicia somehow when she's just responding to what you did. And again, guys, really important thing to remember. Not only did Kat bring this situation with Alicia up again in her Doki video, she tried to use it against Doki somehow. The situation had nothing to do with Doki, but Kat was trying to use it as an example of how...
Really, she did? Because if I remember correctly, she made a video and it was like an hour and something long or so. I don't know. It was like over 1 hour. Seems like this whole thing would have been fixed if they hadn't made the video of something none of her business. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, she's a quote-unquote drama. She's a drama YouTuber, so, you know. Hey, Hazu, how you been? Yeah, she used to do, like, originally, right? Let me see if we can, like, see if I can pop up her video, her channel real quick. So originally, right? Interesting. So originally, right? Originally of her video. God, holy shit, almost 2 hours long. God Lord. Jesus. Anyways, so the older videos, here's the older videos, right? It's like she did like a lot of like Twitch stuff, like how to grow your audiences and stuff like that and everything. So this was originally like her content, right? And then out of nowhere, right? Scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep going. It'll be there. Hold on. Wait, chat. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. We'll get there in a second. Hold on. There it is. This is where it started, right here. 11 months ago is when she swapped from doing this to this. And then she did a couple more of this, right? But then back to this. And then here. And then here. Here, 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 and then it's just constant drama. Just constant drama. How it just swapped literally from that to this. So crazy, ain't it? Crazy. Because those videos weren't getting any views. That's why. Like her Twitch, how to increase your, like, you know, your audience, all the Twitch stuff and everything. Like, she wasn't getting any views on them, so she swapped over to that, and then, well, Lord behold, there you go.
Cat handles things so well. See how well I handle things, guys? I'm so much better than Doki Bird. Doki Bird should handle things like I do. And so now Alicia is responding to the statement that Cat made that we just read. Alicia saying, "Hey there, idiot. It's me, the person you exploited. Don't worry, I showed all the screenshots in my video. It doesn't save you. You said in your own words, I was too lazy to take down, and that taking down videos takes time. You're a liar. Yeah, for the record, the time it takes to take down a video is like a handful of seconds. Depending on your internet speed, I guess, maybe a little longer if you gotta wait for the page to load. Dude, if you're doing it from mobile, you go to like the creator app, you go to the dashboard thing, like click content, click the video, go down to like the options, and there should be like one for delete. It doesn't take time. That's not like the exact steps. So that's, you know, it's a very easy, short process to do. And if you're on your computer, it's basically the same sort of thing. You go to the dashboard, click the video, find the delete option. Like, come on now. Oh, it takes time, guys. The heck? You can pretend and act like your editor is the problem, but you are. You are a terrible person who thinks posting about my cancer is fine, who chose to bring me up again to defend yourself when slamming on Doki Bird. You posted a video clickbaiting my cancer on your channel. You had it changed titled to me being in remission. You bashed Doki for her quote-unquote blaming others. You're a hypocrite. Trying to call out someone else while you are the problem is just classic you, though. All the screenshots, honey, I can provide them since they are in my response video. Oh yeah, by the way, the statement that Cat made, it also got this community note that reads, the statement miss a lot of context. Post of the person who got affected by this, video statement of the person with all uncensored screenshots. And Alicia continues here too, saying, let's click this 1 second. There we go. My screenshots also include the comment I made that you deleted. So cheers, you posted about my channel being hacked a week after I already got it back. It just gets worse and worse. You made the video after I already called out other channels for clickbaiting my cancer. You even stated you knew before the video uploaded that I don't want people calling me the cancer VTuber, yet you made the video.
Jesus.
F off. Also, you of course didn't want the situation to be public because you look terrible. I chose not to say anything, but then you brought me up to seem like a good person when people got upset about you in relation to Doki Bird. This is on you for making me step up. And as mentioned, Kat is just getting tremendous backlash for all this stuff, of course. For example, going back to her statement and taking a look at some of the quote responses, because she had also locked the direct responses, but you can't lock the quote tweets. We got like this example. Just stop making videos. You are a hateful and evil person who seeks to profit by actively lying about people. Not even you being misinformed. You intentionally lie. Not even a woman suffering from cancer is taboo for you. You still lie, even now, to try and save yourself. You can delete the Doki video so easily in under 30 seconds, or better yet, take real accountability and stop covering drama when you're biased and not getting both sides. Closing comments because you know you will get burned to ashes. How is your "they're not going to put a dent in me" attitude going? That's referencing something else that not Alicia, excuse me, Kat had previously said. There's one response that's supporting Kat. Says, we love and support you, Kat. Keep being based. And it gets 0 likes. How about you first take down your terrible hit piece video on Doki Bird, retract your words and admit you lied about her, then you can worry about your other terrible actions. Holy smokes, have some shame. And really quick side note, that reminds me, the Niji Sanji Defense Force, the Niji sisters, are mad at me for making this video, for covering the stuff that happened to Doki. Of course, they still hate Doki. They're petty like that. We can see this tweet with almost 1,000 likes posting an image of my initial coverage of what happened here. My video titled YouTuber, that being Cat, attacks Doki Bird, but Doki destroyed her in response, and posting this image of Akane from Gridman, Akane looking rather upset. And the comments are filled with people both mad at me and like trying to somehow blame Doki Bird.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the more I keep listening to this, the more stupider it is. Look, man, I'm telling you, man, it's not the first time that we talk about this person, okay? All right, not the first time. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time either. Okay. That's the only reason why I didn't bother to like covering the Doki Bird situation, because I looked into it off screen and I thought it was stupid. I just thought it was just completely like dumb. Like I'm like, what the fuck is this? What?
Bird for all this, and like defending Cat, for example, this one that says, "The amount of hate I have seen towards Cat is astounding. The girl did nothing wrong. She just read the Google Doc and gave her opinion based on what was in there. The Google Doc that she made." What the frick, dude?
Huh?
She just read the Google Doc. Also, the amount of people saying Doki did nothing wrong. They still didn't handle it well at all. Yeah, Doki's handled it fine. Cat's not handling it fine, though, that's for sure. To be fair, this comment was made on May 16th, so like Cat's been handling it even worse since then, but even at that point in time, Cat was already handling this terribly, and it was very clear that Doki was, if anything, the victim. And going to Catliente's channel, Cat in Chat, we can see the terrible Doki video is still up there. And like I initially said to begin with,
God.
It came off to me like Cat made this terrible video to try and get as much ad revenue off Doki's name as possible, and now with all this backlash occurring and people still going to this video to check it out for themselves, she's probably just glad that she's still getting ad revenue off this. I think, at least in my opinion, that Cat is a very shameless person. Continuing with the backlash though, let's take a look at her most recent video from 4 hours ago, because we can see that she is getting backlash in her own comment section. For example, this one that says, "I guess she's not going to take any accountability for her recent drama." I believe this is the most liked comment here, and we can see a number of the most liked comments, the top comments, are referring to this whole thing. For example, this one that I apologize for getting cut off there, but it says, "Are you going to make a video apologizing to Doki and Alicia, or are you just going to pretend like that didn't happen? You can't blame your editors. You need to learn to take accountability for your actions." So where's the update video on the Doki PC situation, or are you too afraid to admit that you were wrong? And this one referencing the title of the video here, saying client got ghosted. Like how Cat trying to settle things right now with Doki and Alicia, because again, the title here is client ghosted for 2 years. Anyways, yeah, that's where we're at with this. Unbelievable stuff. Let me know what you guys think.
Hopefully that's the end of this, to be honest, because I thought personally this was really stupid. Yeah, that person made like it was almost like 2 hours of a video. I was like, I am not watching this. I was like, I am 1000% not watching this. Thank God. Because I probably would have wasted my time or so, because now my time is precious now, so that probably would have wasted so much time for that. But yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't cover this, because I thought it was stupid. You know, I thought it was completely dumb. But then like the Catliente person herself was kind of like, ugh. I'm like, not this woman who literally tries to cover, quotation marks, cover, you know, VTuber drama, but I don't know. I don't think she's in the right department for these kinds of things, but that's just me anyways. But yeah, that's it. I just kind of like wanted to talk about it because I thought it was like pretty stupid in my personal opinion. And also this person is like trying to pretend to be a victim or so, even though this person started it to begin with anyways. But oh well, it is what it is anyways. Hey, it is what it is, right? Well, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. But yeah, that's I don't know. That's just kind of like the only reason why I just like I didn't bother. I didn't even really bother. You know, never bothered literally making a video on the whole Doki Bird situation. But yeah, make sure you say goodbye to the YouTube frogs. Anyways, that's the end of the video, and peace.